Holy cannoli, the number of wild comments made on my last decluttering video was absolutely crazy. So if you're looking around your home and you're thinking, how in the world did I accumulate enough stuff to fill the Grand Canyon? You're not alone, because simplifying your life and letting go of belongings that are no longer needed or even used is such an unburdening joy. Now, I'm going to tell you, on the other hand, if you don't do this properly, the process can take forever and actually may never get done. So I'm going to show you how to slash your stuff by 50% in a weekend, free up cash for fun, and make space in your life that you've earned. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. Now, as you know, I'm creating videos here to educate the public, and some of you have commented and said about how freeing this was, and that it sparked your next chapter of your life. So right now, I want to know, what is the one thing, the one item in your house right now that's secretly sabotaging your vibe? Go ahead, drop it in the comments below. I'm going to tell you what mine is. The dusty gym equipment from 2010 that I've used exactly twice. Let's laugh together about what clutter regrets that we have, okay? Now here's the game-changing tips that go beyond the basics. So if you're new here, hit subscribe for more retirement-ready hacks, okay? So let's get real. Decluttering, it's not just about tidying up the house. It's about reclaiming your freedom. And some of us are nearing retirement, and it's about ditching the weight of the what ifs or the what's next. So picture this. Less stuff means easier living, lower stress, and even a few bucks in your pocket from selling Aunt Edna's vintage teacups. Now, studies show that minimalism boosts happiness by 20%. So who doesn't want more happiness, right? So quick poll here. Are you decluttering to downsize, to simplify, or just to breathe again? So let me know. Go ahead and comment. Downsize, simplify, or breathe, and I'll shout out my favorites in the community tab, all right? So here's how you actually get started. So it's mindset, right? You want to grab a trash bag, you want to grab your cell phone for listing sales, and let's just go. Now, step one is the reality check, and this is the 2020 rule. Now, you may know the old 2020 rule, and that's if you have not used something in 20 months and you couldn't replace it for under 20 bucks, it's out of here. But look, if you're a retiree, you're upgrading to the retiree 2020, so you got to ask yourself, is this going to spark joy in the next chapter of my life, or is it just collecting dust like my high school yearbook is? So here's how you start. You start in one room, and honestly, the kitchen is really the easiest for the quickest wins. So you pull everything out, and for each item, you ask, can I replace it cheaply, or am I going to need this later? Now, here's the bonus twist. If it doesn't fit your future life, like the blender for daily smoothies, you ask yourself, is it a keeper, or is it got to go? Or the fondue set from the 1980s, if it's not funding your next chapter in life, donate it. Now, here's a funny story, because the last time I did this, I found my hurricane emergency kit with canned beans from 2025. But the spoiler is, they were still in there, and they were just judging me, so I tossed them out and I felt 10 years lighter and younger. So here's a pro tip. Time yourself. Just give yourself 20 minutes per drawer and set a timer on your phone, and it'll help you to keep that momentum going. But I gotta ask you, what is the funniest zombie apocalypse find that you've had? Share it in the comments. I need a good laugh. By now, you've actually started putting together 3 piles. That's the keep pile. That's the essentials, right? That's the sell pile. That's for cash, and think about Facebook Marketplace gold. And then the donate or ditch pile. That's the goodbye, good riddance, and I'm getting rid of my guilt. And boom, this is your foundation. Let's move to step 2. Step 2 is the room by room blitz that's tailored for actually downsizing. Now, the fun part is the room by room blitz, to be honest with you, because targeting retiree pain points, and that is less space, more travel, more freedom. So let's make this part snappy, and you want to aim for 30 or 45 minutes per room just to keep that energy high. So let's start with kitchen, 15 minutes. Ditch all the duplicates. I mean, do you really need the 3 garlic presses for your pasta nights? And then focus on multi-use tools, like one good knife set. Do I need multi-knife sets? Oh my gosh, I've got all these knives. Or the lightweight pots. Make sure they're easy for lifting. And then sell those fancy gadgets that are just gathering dust. And I had a lot of them, and I got rid of mine. And I made 40 bucks on a barely used air fryer at last month's yard sale. But what do you actually keep here? So just think about this. The staples that save money in the long term. The stuff like maybe you're using a rice cooker. Now, just as long as you're using that in your weekly rituals, that's something to think about, right? That's something that you'll need. And next, let's move on to the bedroom and the closet. Now, give yourself 20 minutes here, because this is a super easy wardrobe purge. Here's the rule. If it hasn't fit right in a year, or it screams retro, it's gone. Now, try the hanger trick, and I've done this. I turn the hangers backwards, and in 6 months, the unworn stuff, it goes to charity. All funniness aside, I once kept skinny jeans for over 3 years, and I admitted this. I was convinced that by my next birthday, I'd magically slim myself and make myself younger, but I got a spoiler alert for you. It's not happening, guys. So donate them and you're going to feel that freedom too. And then go to the living room or your office and give yourself 15 minutes here. So what we're talking about is the books and the papers. They are clutter kryptonite because you can scan your documents on your laptop or on your phone, and you can use apps like Adobe Scan, and this is free and it's super foolproof. And then if you have a bunch of books, right, you want to keep your 10 favorites that will inspire your next hobby and then just sell the rest. They're just collecting dust, get rid of them. Now here's the pro hack. You want to ask yourself, would I pack this up for a move? Hey, if the answer is no, then it's not worth that space. So when you're going through this process, you want to blast your favorite playlist, and mine's 80s hits, so I crank it up. So whatever your vibe is, it's going to motivate you to declutter in your action. But while you're doing this, just remember, for every keep, go ahead and challenge yourself to find 2 that go. Because you're not just clearing space, you're actually curating your joy. Now, step 3, sell, donate, or ditch. And this is the motivation and has a finance tie-in. You just don't want to toss, you want to transform. So you want to tie this back to personal finance. Now, for instance, decluttering, it can net you $500 or more for fun. So I helped my parents do this, and they actually had $2,500 of fun money. But when you're doing this, sell smart, because you can use apps like OfferUp and snap a picture and price it 50% below retail and then ship it easy. This is an easy way to get rid of things. Just keep in mind, because when you're selling stuff like vintage, mid-century, modern decor, that stuff flies off the shelves. Now, I went through my own garage and I sold 3 dusty old bikes and some old tools. And this is stuff that I haven't used in 10 years. So I got $900, which goes directly towards a vacation getaway. So with a clear goal in sight, decluttering can be really a breeze. So what's your goal? Go ahead, put it in the comments, because I really want this to help you so that you can get this done. Now, when you're doing all this stuff, you're thinking about donations, right? So you want to donate with impact. So you want to box up clothes and goods for local vets or for a shelter, and then get that tax deduction magic. It's easy to do, and you can use apps like It's Deductible to track what the value is of whatever you're donating. So the real thing with this is when you donate, it really feels good, right? Now, what do you do with the rest of this stuff? So you ditch the rest. Now, shred any sensitive papers you might have, and then just go ahead and recycle everything else. You're not going to have any guilt here, because your home is not a museum, and it's certainly not a warehouse. It's where you live. So what is the wildest thing that you've sold? Go ahead and comment below. Now, here's a little bit more. Here's the action plan and a bonus tip for you. All right, so your weekend action plan here is day 1, it's a reality check, and then get into at least 2 rooms. And then day 2 is sell, donate, blitz, and maybe celebrate with a takeout meal. But the bonus retiree hack is the memory box, right? That's that one small box of sentimental stuff, the photos. You can digitize this stuff on Google Photos. And in this way, you're actually honoring your past without hauling it to South Carolina or Florida or wherever you're going. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you've got this. Decluttering, it's not a loss, guys. It's a launch pad to the next best chapter of your life. So that was our declutter turbocharged. Now, if this sparked your purge, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more weekly wins, and share this with a friend who's drowning in stuff, or someone you know who this video could actually be helpful to them. So also turn on your notifications so you never miss a super helpful video from this channel. But I want to know, what's your dream after decluttering? Is it retirement? Is it moving? Or is it just feeling better about life? Because if you tell me below, I might be able to feature that top dreams in the next video. So thanks for watching. And now you're one step closer to that lighter and brighter life. So I'll see you soon. Take care.